John Wilson, I'm the Operations Manager for Western Composting. Western Composting has been in operation for about 14 years now. We are currently processing around about 28 and 29,000 tonnes of green waste per year. That's predominantly made up of FOGO, so food organics, green organics, and we service 5 different regional shires. Majority of the product that we process on site here is derived from curbside collection from our weekly and fortnightly green bin services that operate within all the councils that we service. The product, when it comes into us, is weighed, then those weights are recorded for each individual council that are processed. From there, our guys, we have a sorting process where the contamination is sorted or picked out of the FOGO, and that is all a manual process. There's no machineries that can do that work for us. We have 2 different stages of our sorting process where we have what we call a sorting line. So the product is just turned in a wheel and then we hand pick it off a conveyor belt. And then we also have we'll lay that out on the floor and then manually pick that out as well. All the contamination and all the green waste that comes into us is separated and kept separate with each individual council. And then that contamination is weighed daily and recorded. And then that's collated at the end of the week and a report is sent to each council each Monday. We operate what's known as an in-vessel composting system, and as an extension to that, we also have open windrow for maturation of the compost products. The windrow section of it is more the maturation of the compost, and the in-vessel is the pasteurisation and the beginning of the breaking down process for the FOGO to become compost. The tunnels, or the in-vessel, which we refer to as tunnel system, is temperature controlled and water as well. That's all recorded from within the office by a system known as a SCADA, and that is maintained daily, and we check that fairly regularly so that we can ensure that there is enough temperature within that tunnel and there is enough water in that tunnel for the process to work effectively. That system has to be in place. It's due to one of our EPA licence regulations and composting to Australian standard, which requires the pasteurisation process to be above 55 degrees for a minimum of 3 days. We extend that a little bit, so our temperatures generally are a little bit higher than that, and we leave our product within our vessel for anywhere between 8 and 12 days, depending on our daily cycle at the moment. During the process, there's a lot of leachate and moisture that drops out of the green waste or out of the FOGO, and that is all captured by the system that we have that then runs out through the backs of the tunnel, which is also mixed with all the stormwater that we catch from all our roof areas on site as well, so that we're constantly recycling our water, and any water that needs to be added during the process that it's in there, we use that recycled leachate water for that process. All the gases that build up within the vessel is all taken out via ductwork and fans and goes through a biofilter, and that helps to eliminate all the odour that comes out of that air. It then goes out to the maturation pad where it will sit for anywhere up to about six or 7 weeks to start the breaking down process into fairly large rows. And after it's been sitting there for a period of time and we're ready to process that product, we then have it shredded down to a smaller size, and we then start to water and turn those rows to make sure that we're getting the best quality product that we can. Once it hits those windrows in that maturation process, the product would sit there again for about 6 to 8 weeks for that maturation to occur, so that we can maintain our quality of product. We have a very heavy focus on the quality end product. So getting the contamination out of the product as early as we can and right through the process is critical to us maintaining that quality.
So what I'm doing is picking rubbish out that's not meant to be in green waste. So bags like this, looks like just a plastic bag, but then you open it up, if you don't see that all goes in the tunnel, and then it's not good for the compost. You'd rather get all the rubbish out. Makes our job harder as well. Even sharp objects like these, glass bottles, syringes, if you get stabbed with it, rusty metal, or it's not really safe for you, you have to go off to hospital.
The use of the 3-bin system really by the residents becomes critical in that as well, because the better that people can use that bin system, the easier it makes it, and we're ensuring that diversion from landfill is at the numbers that everybody would like to see it at. And again, that's one of the real passions that we have, is making sure that we're operating sustainable business and that we're doing the right thing by the environment and the residents of the councils that we service.